An immigrant turned American hero, a World War II veteran, civil rights activist, medical doctor, and a founder of the American GI Forum. That is just part of Dr. Hector P. Garcia's legacy that has inspired and continues to inspire future generations.
Yeah, his daughter Cecilia Garcia-Akers joins us live this morning to talk about events that are celebrating his life during Hispanic Heritage Month. And Cecilia, it's always a pleasure to visit with you. My first question for you has to do with, what would your father think of this busing of migrants and the debate that's being waged right now in our country?
Well, I think that he would be very angry because no one's taking care of them, and moving them from one state to another isn't solving a problem. And I know people think it's bringing it to the forefront, the attention, but it really isn't. To me, it's very illegal and abusive. And I think he would agree with me.
For those still learning about your father's legacy, especially the little ones growing up and wanting to learn more about your father, what do you want them to know about your father, Dr. Hector P. Garcia?
Well, I think that basically, he was just a great physician. And I think one of the things he taught me was never to judge anyone. You were there to help them and assist them and really help your fellow man, and that's what he did. He was just spent over 50 years of his life helping people, helping veterans, helping people who were sick, helping people get an education, navigate through the educational process, which can be difficult. But also the veterans who were coming back weren't getting their benefits. He really helped them for over 50 years.
Cecilia, do you feel like you are making a difference carrying on his legacy, or are you seeing any kind of pushback or kickback, especially in the political climate that we're in right now?
That's a good question. Well, no, I think generally most people understand his importance, and my husband Jim and I just spend as much time as we can educating people, going to events. The book has helped a lot that I wrote a couple of years ago, and I just think that people need to know about him. We're going to be at Incarnate Word tomorrow morning with a beautiful mass, and then a lunch later, and we've got a new play coming out at Texas A&M Corpus Christi at the end of the month. We're going to be doing that. So I think it's slowly, maybe 10 more years, I can stop worrying so much, but I don't know. It's always a process. We're always thinking of new things to do, and my foundation's done some tremendous work, and so we're going to just keep going.
I think you are doing amazing,
Absolutely.
Cecilia. Congratulations on your Hispanic Legacy Award from the Instituto de Cultura Hispana. She's doing amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
continuing to keep his legacy alive. And there's a quote that I read somewhere, and it just reminded me of your father. It said that when someone passes away, they don't pass away if people continue to remember that person. As long as that person is still remembered, that person will live forever. And that is what Dr. Hector P. Garcia is to us.
Legacy.
And you help his legacy continue, and you help us remember him every single day, and we thank you for that.
Well, thank you. We're trying. We have a lot of work to do. One thing, I'm like him. I'm just never satisfied, and we'll just continue to do the work that we're doing because he's deserving of it. If you read his accomplishments and all the things that he did to help not just Mexican Americans but all Americans, help with the right to vote. I think he'd be very distraught about that. Instead of making it easier, people are trying to make it harder, and that's just wrong. And then also trying to take him out of school books was pretty traumatic last year. So we got to keep an eye on that, which we will. We met a lot of friends last year doing that work. So we're just watching everything, and we're going to make an impact wherever we need to.
And we'll help you get the word out too, Cecilia, for sure. So thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much. One of the best ways to honor his mission is to go out there and vote.
Yes.
So let's do that. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Incarnate Word Academy will be celebrating Dr. Hector P. Garcia during a mass service tomorrow. The event in celebration of Dr. Hector P. Garcia Texas State Recognition Day. It will take place at the James R. Doherty Jr. Center from 9 in the morning until 10.